In this episode, we're going to explore 5 reasons you should get your CCST networking certification before getting your CCNA certification. So stay tuned and don't forget to click like, subscribe, and that notification bell. Welcome to Debt Free in IT. I'm your host, Mike. This podcast is for anyone looking to get into the IT industry, whether it's for a career change or you're just interested. I think you come to the right place. From the outside looking in, the IT industry looks small. And then as we start to pursue a transition into the industry, that's when we realize that it's much larger than we thought. So you can start to pursue the cloud, server management, software development, cybersecurity, and networking. And then within each one of these categories in the industry, they each have their own specialties within them. So in networking, you may have your sights on the CCNA certification, or you may have started and then you realize that, oh, this is a little bit too much information for me starting out as a beginner. So if this is you, the CCST networking certification could be the droid you're looking for. Now, I'm not really a Star Trek fan, but I did watch it because I lost a bet, and it seemed like the right thing to say here. But let's get into my 5 reasons. So the first reason you should get the CCST is it's going to help to build that fundamental knowledge. So even though the CCNA kind of goes over the networking fundamentals, this CCST is going to cover these fundamentals at a lower level, which can help build a great foundation, because once you learn the fundamentals, it makes it easier to build on it within any topic that the CCNA is going to throw at you. So once you get the building blocks, almost like your foundation, once you get that foundation, you understand some basic networking protocols, some basic networking topics. It even goes into a little bit of subnetting. But then as you transition from, you get that CCST and then you move on to the CCNA, a lot of the stuff that you learned in the CCST is going to help you out in the CCNA, because it's going to start to build upon some of that foundational knowledge that you already learned. So this is my first reason why I think you should get the CCST networking certification. So the second reason I think you should get the CCST networking certification is for your skill progression. So this CCST is perfect for individuals that's new to networking. It's going to create that smoother learning curve that also leads to the CCNA certification. So one thing that is, after you get this CCST certification, it's going to build some confidence. And then if you was the one that started out looking at the CCNA and became overwhelmed, once you cover this CCST and you conquer it, because I'm pretty sure you're probably going to pass, so I got confidence in you. So once you conquer it, then you move on to the CCNA, and it's going to be a little bit less overwhelming. And then some of the skills you picked up from the CCST, like I said, the same thing as my first reason, some of those skills is going to carry over into the CCNA, which makes it a perfect stepping stone to lead into this CCNA certification. So my third reason why you should get the CCST networking certification before your CCNA is for the confidence. So it's going to help to build your confidence. Confidence is a skill in itself. And as your career progresses, you'll naturally start to have more and more confidence. Being confident in your decisions in this industry is the one thing that separates engineers from great engineers. So this certification is going to kickstart that process. So obtaining this entry-level certification is going to provide a huge confidence boost. So with this boost, it will help keep you on your winning streak to carry on and get that CCNA certification. So once you get this certification here, like I said, it's going to build up a little bit of confidence. And like I say, I remember when I first started in networking, I didn't really have too much confidence, because you're always wondering, am I doing this right? Is this going to bring the network down? Trust me, I brought the network down plenty of times, but you always wonder about those things. Like, okay, you're always seconding your decisions, where you're always looking for someone else to validate your decisions, where you want to run it by them first. You want to say, hey, I'm about to make this change. Am I doing it correct? So that's just showing that you didn't really have much confidence in yourself. So, but then, like I said, once you build up that confidence, after I was there for maybe a couple months or so, some of the things I used to ask that, oh, am I doing this right? Could somebody look over me? Could somebody double check this before I run it? Some of those things, I didn't really have to do it no more, because my confidence had built up over time. And once I got more and more confident, I stood by my decision. So if I made it my decision and I put in a certain command, if that command didn't work, I had to live with it. So, but having that confidence is going to be key in the IT industry. Sorry to interrupt this video. According to my YouTube analytics, 84% of my viewers are not subscribed. If I provided any value to you in any one of my episodes and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, as it does help out the channel. And also, if you're listening in your favorite podcasting app, please share this episode with a friend. Now back to the episode. So my fourth reason I think you should check out the CCST before your CCNA is it's going to save you a little money and a little time in the forefront. So two things I can't stand to waste: money and time. So for most seasoned IT professionals, preparing for this CCNA certification may take them a couple of months. But then if you look at it from a beginner standpoint, they may take even longer. I've known some people that jumped fresh into IT and started with the CCNA, and it took them about a year for self-study to get comfortable and ready to take it. And then when you add the cost of the CCNA on top of it, which is roughly about $300, so if it's already taking someone roughly 6 months to a year to study for it, and then on top of that, they at risk of losing $300 if they don't pass it. This could cause a beginner to lose focus due to the long amount of time it takes to prepare. So the CCST, on the other hand, is going to cost roughly about $125. And most likely, it's not going to take a long time to study for it. So it's going to take a shorter amount of time. And then plus, an added benefit is that after you get this certification, you can move on to the next one without even taking a break. So it's going to transition smoothly into it, just like one of my earlier reasons stated, that after you get this CCST certification, you can then the next week or two start hitting that CCNA and working on progressing towards achieving that goal next. My last reason to check out the CCST before you get the CCNA is it is also going to help you prepare and be career ready. So this CCST certification is an entry-level certification, but it's going to help prepare you for the job market. After obtaining this certification, one recommendation is to go ahead and update your resume, update your LinkedIn profiles, showing that you have achieved this certification. That way, any job posters or any recruiters can see it. And then after that, after you add it to your LinkedIn profile and you updated your resume, now it's time to start job hunting. So some entry-level job roles that this certification will help prepare you for is going to be any kind of network technician role. So depending on the company, some network technicians may be at a lower level than other companies. So this network technician role, any kind of help desk roles, things like that, operation roles. So any one of those, I think is fair game after you get this certification. So even while applying, I would still continue pursuing the CCNA certification and getting these small wins, because each small win is going to lead to a large victory. So that brings me to the end of this episode. Hopefully you found some value in this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you can follow me at DebtFreeInIT. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me at debtfreeinit@gmail.com. Or you can visit my website, debtfreeinitwithmike.com. Other than that, I'll see you next week. Peace.